position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the USC Trojans, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Trojans will boot it away to start the game. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense in an empty set. Johnson looking to throw. He's going to take a shot right away. Makes a grab down the middle. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Hey, a lot of coaches talk about, let's set the tone early. Let's come out and assert our style. I like it. Let's just come out and fling it and make a big play and make this defense know we're ready to get this thing rolling.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Well, the offense is trying to go with a trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Finds his man. It's Williams. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him in a
Oh, he's got some space. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They just keep firing. Grab near the marker is Adams. And he'll take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Coming out with it, it's Jordan. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the run, it's Jordan. Looking for room at the 25. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Dropping back, it's Mayava. Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on.
Breaks it, just plowing ahead. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Lost to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Lions. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Those third downs are hard to execute. And when you get in the red zone, it gets even harder. But this offense did a great job. Now, forget the 3. We're leaving that behind. Now set up 1st and goal.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, USC! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections. But the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead. And a lot of times for a loss and put the offense in a bind.
Looking to fire. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. What a nice play, and even with the short return, they're in scoring position at the 18.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we...
Touchdown, Trojans! score. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Catch in the middle, it's Adams.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Got it in the middle, it's Adams. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Sends it back in motion. To the air, it's Mayava. It's complete on the right side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
There he goes. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. And it's caught! Touchdown, Trojans!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Johnson wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. To the air on first down. Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Rushes on him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Going to swing it on second down. Touchdown, Southern Cal! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. No mid-season concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
The route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Johnson looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Turning it on. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown time.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point was good. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. Through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. And the Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Jackson. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Mayaba. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored Jesse this offense. Oh, he's got some space. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Looking downfield on first down. Fires left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Unloads to the wideout. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Might be changing the route. Johnson wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Adams. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Just keep slinging it. Quickly complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. The pitch. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
It's been a nice drive by this offense so far, and now this quarterback is faced with a critical third down in the red zone, trailing by a couple of possessions. If they're able to capitalize here, get this first down, score a touchdown.
Touchdown, Alabama! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And he added the extra point. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Got a man, it's Lyons.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Rides the back on the option to give. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Holman. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. First half of this drive comes from their own 44. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They'll run the option. Creates a little room. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Johnson looking to throw. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
3rd downs are a huge determining factor in winning and losing games. And what a great play by the defense that time. Going up against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the entire country. Great job breaking on the ball and helping force the incompletion.
That's where they'll mark it down, and the next snap will come from just inside the 30-yard line. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. He might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Johnson wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Going for it all. He's got it down the right side. Open spaces. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he found open space, the man might as well start playing.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a first half. And now you got a chance to tie this football game up.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. Tie game, and what about this call? Going for an onside kick here in the first half. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Looking to throw on first down. He's got an open man. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. Oh, the attempt is no good. And here in the second quarter, we remain all knotted up.
Well, they knew coming into this game, touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Just a precious few ticks remaining. This likely the final play of the first half. It's 1st and 10. Johnson looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for them?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for them.
A tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Holman. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation for being best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum and at USC. But this guy right here, he has been making his mark on this offense.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. To throw, it's Mayaba. Looking left. Intercepted, number 19. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play Here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Horton. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And this QB has been on top of it. He's made good reads. You could tell, taking care of the football, put up a lot of yards. He's over 350 on the day now.
The short hands, it's Williams. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
Looking for the score. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the 3rd interception he's thrown.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win.
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Yeah, and when you're backed up coming out, you got to get that first down. You got to get a little bit of yards. You don't want to punt out of your own end zone. Nice job feeding the rock, handing it off, and getting a big gain.
Conversely, David, doesn't someone on defense have to make a play? I mean, you know you have this golden opportunity now to at least get a stop, force a punt, and give your offense the ball back, maybe at midfield. Just a poor job defensively of fitting that run and making tackles.
Trojans used to be known for student body right, and they can still do that. But with quarterbacks like this, you want to put it up.
Yeah, I think they hung that up years ago when they started to find, big, strong quarterbacks that can throw the ball all over the yard. So I like the student body right, student body left, but that's a little old school for me.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Caught near the sticks. It's Lions. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got it in the middle. It's Lions. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their head start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. A little missed opportunity there for this offense.
And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Trojans trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to bowl his way in. Touchdown USC! And that one will give him the lead. And with that latest touchdown, he's looking to etch his name alongside the Trojan Immortals at quarterback.
Yeah, and there's so many stars that have played quarterback at USC that when they get the ball and they do their damage, guess what? They win big-time trophies. And this guy, you have days like this, week in and week out, you will be recognized as the best player in college football.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. UCF has the lead right now, but this night's crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet here inside the bounce house. They're up by 4 over Missouri. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Men?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls out.
Johnson wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him.
Touchdown, Trojans! And they take it in for 6 more points. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Catch in the middle. It's Horton. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Johnson looking to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
My job as offensive coordinator is to find my guys, find my playmakers, find my guys that can win one-on-one when they get an opportunity, and that I can get them the ball, they can make something happen. He's one of those guys, and that's why I'm going to continue to force feed him.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Johnson wants to throw it. Unloads it left. Fires it incomplete. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that 1st down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Catch in the middle, it's Jordan. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, there's no quitting this defense, I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And on that last play, he's now over 400 yards passing.
Well, Reese, if you're going to throw for over 400 bills, you got to spread the praise around. Up front, they've done an outstanding job.
To the end zone, and it's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Finds the big tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Finds a man on the left. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Looking to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on 1st down. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Southern Cal. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Alabama offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. And you want that clock to run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's
always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Was looking for more running room but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. They almost had another interception. Is everybody clear on who's wearing which colored jerseys?
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to...
Gonna take a shot. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Trying to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know this quarterback. Defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now facing a 3rd and long. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And it's right down the boulevard. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Johnson looking to throw. He's going to take off. Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. How about this defense slamming the door shut with a fumble recovery, and the offense should be able to run out the clock from here. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, Does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David. Every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. That you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today. And hey, who knows? Maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.